Let's talk about it, right? I want you to feel the responsibility of, dang, I messed this up. You got to own it.
Yeah.
Right. So there has to be an ownership piece of it. And that's what we're trying to get them to really understand is like, you got to have ownership of what you did and understand that there's consequences that come with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
we back at it, bro.
back at it, man.
We back at it, man.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
do
Yes,
this
sir.
today.
Excited, man.
Man, I'm glad
excited
you're here.
for sure. Hey, I am too, bro. I'm
Glad
glad
you're
we
here,
can
man.
link up again, man, and do this, bro. This is beautiful, man.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited I get to do this with my brother.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 100%.
Long time coming.
Long time coming, dude.
Long time, man. Like, of course, man, people gonna have questions.
Yes.
Right? We get an opportunity to go deeper into some things that people want to know.
The people want to know.
They want to know.
The people want to know.
They want to know,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
let's do this, bro.
Let's get into it, man.
Bro.
I'm ready, bro.
You ready?
I'm ready. Yes, sir.
Man, let's take it here. Like, right off the top.
Yes,
Wasting
sir.
no time, right?
Yep.
You just found out, right? Wifey,
Yep.
Jessica,
Yep.
right? Married how many years now?
13.
13 years.
13.
Take me back to the part before all that when y'all were dating, etc. Like you both just found out that she's pregnant, you're having a baby. Talk to me.
So, wow. I got to go back.
Take us back, bro.
It's been a little while, man.
Yeah.
For sure. So, with that, bro. So, first of all, in my situation, my dynamic, we weren't married, right? When we found out that we were pregnant, we weren't married. We were dating, right? So it was. I mean, obviously, it can't be a complete shock, you know, but it was, right? It was a surprise, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I was young. I was 21, 22, somewhere around there, finding out. So I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? That's the first question. Scared, right? Naturally scared, but almost like, well, dang, like the scared kind of turned into, all right, this is real. Like this is gonna be like our reality. You know what I mean? How do we adjust? What do we do? So you go kind of from that scare initially. It's like, oh my God, like we're about to have a baby.
Yeah.
Like this changes everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very big, you know, a lot of emotions rushing and things changing. So you feel a certain way one day, you feel high, you feel low, whatever. But overall, like I feel like that scared moments kind of started going to like excitement of we're gonna be able to share in our lives together. You know what I'm saying, with this child. And so yeah, I started to become excited, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like even though I was young at the time, but I was just like, man, like this could be something. But you're scared though, right? You know what I mean?
Facts,
like
man.
we were, you know, in the church and different things. So then it's just like, oh, what are people gonna say? Right? Is that piece? We're not married,
Man.
right? What are people gonna say? You know, having a baby in the church, you know, that's a whole nother set of emotions that you got to deal with.
Yeah, man.
Trying to just block out the noise in that sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of it was like, hey, what are we gonna do with that? Like, how are we gonna handle it? And we were trying to tailor it to, hey, this is our journey. We can't let anybody else influence like what we have going on. So yeah, that was kind of our main thing, man. Like how do we make it our own and block out all the noise, man? What about you?
That's tough, man. Like it's very interesting. You use the word excited.
Yeah.
Like for us, it was like at the time I really wanted a child. Like so we had just we had been married I think like a month and a half, and I was ready. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought I was ready at least. Like, hey, let's do it, right? And so, but I think people oftentimes think, little bro, like we have two different dynamics.
Yep.
That does not take away from the tension of like the excitement, the not knowing, the all the stuff like that stuff is still very much there because you've
real.
never done it before.
Yeah.
Like you've never so like we get the news, and when you find the news, it's like, oh, it's real.
Yeah.
And bro, I wish every man, I hope every man that has an opportunity to experience this does, when you like first hear that heartbeat.
Yes.
Like when you do those kind of things, man, it's like for me, bro, those kind of moments, the heartbeat, the first time you put your hand on their stomach and you feel the baby press up against you, like
yeah.
it starts becoming like that much real. Like there's, life is already there, but you're like, oh, it's real.
Because you can hear it and you can feel
That part.
Man.
That part, man.
That's crazy.
That
so
part.
I do remember like tapping into like going to the appointments with her.
Yep.
And like so going back to what you're saying, I feel like as men, bro, like we gotta tap in and stuff like that. If we're not tapping in, we gotta change that, bro. Like we gotta tap into those moments because you build connection in that way. You know what I'm saying? From jump, it's not just waiting for like a baby to arrive, blah, blah, blah. Like a woman gets to connect with that baby for 9 months that she's carrying it, right?
Yeah, man.
So we get those moments to kind of like tap in, right? So those appointments or, whatever she may be, dealing with as far as like cravings or what have you, babies moving. Like if we got to make sure we tap into those moments of, oh, hey, baby's moving. Hey, let me... You know what I'm saying? Let me feel and understand and talk, sing, whatever, like interact with the baby, even though the baby's still in the womb, right? Like you can still interact and you can still talk. And I think it's good too, just hearing from like different like research that's been done, like the babies can understand and start getting used to our voices as well, even in the womb, man. So we just got to make sure we're tapping in as men to stuff like that. Because that first heartbeat, bro, was so surreal.
Absolutely.
But it was like it really eased a little bit of the fear, right?
Absolutely.
It's like, man, this is real.
Yeah, man.
Like it's exciting. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it kind of changed those emotions from scared to like, I'm scared, but this is like, that was super cool.
Absolutely.
Like that's a heartbeat. Like that we've created. You know what I'm saying? So it's just dope, man. So we got to tap into stuff like that for sure.
But I think like a lot of men, and I hear about this a lot in just conversations with talking with men, getting questions, asking of advice, etc. Whereas so many men are in so many different dynamics when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Where maybe the tension of like maybe their relationship is having some tension.
Yeah.
And for the person that may feel like, hey, I wanted to be there, but I'm not able to be there. Or for the person who has been working a lot and maybe they miss some of those early moments of that because they're trying to provide so many different dynamics to it.
Yeah, it is.
Right. And so like one of the things, bro, I've never talked about this publicly.
Yeah.
But my thought process around that time, bro, was I want to practice now what I want to do later. Like I want to take time from work to show up for these appointments.
Yeah.
So that later on, when my child has the practices or the games or the important, like I'm going to start practicing now. I have to make time for this to prepare me to make time for that. Yes. And so for me, because I wrestled so much with fatherhood and being a father and what that looked like, I wrestle. I still have just thoughts around that, man, that I have to really navigate. Right. And so for me, I was like, I have to practice this early because inherently I was like, there's some things here that I have to navigate as a man. And I have to start showing up for my child at this stage to give me a runway to keep showing up as they get older, bro.
No, that's super dope that you tapped in that sense. Yeah, I feel like for me, I had to tap in and do the same thing, bro. Like just from working so much, at that time, just full-time job and actually trying to work overtime a lot, to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times, like trying to get to those appointments, you gotta make sure you plan for those types of things, plan ahead, if you will, because you get caught up in life and things happen, or the work schedule is going to interrupt, or it's going to coincide with appointments or whatever. So being intentional with trying to plan to make sure you can get to those things, I feel like is important. But also what you said too, like if you can't, right, like if let's just say like there is tension or whatever where you can't make every appointment, maybe there's conflict. I think on the other side of it, bro, like you have that heart to be there. You got to also give yourself some grace and not beat yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Because you may not be able to make everything.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? But the things that you are able to, tap into it.
Absolutely.
If you can, try to bridge a gap or bridge a relationship or whatever to be able to tap in.
Yeah.
Make sure we massage those relationships out, man, to make sure we can try to be a part of those things. But in the event that we can't, we got to give ourselves some grace, and we can't beat ourselves up about that. I think that's important too.
Dude, not beating ourselves up, giving ourselves some grace.
Yeah.
Right? You are saying something that I know a lot of men navigate because I hear it all the time, right?
100%.
So one of the things, so if it was to take that thought and then to think forward a bit to the child has been born, the child is here, they're starting to have some moments, right? You see, like they go through the first steps and the teeth and then all the stuff. First time you were alone with them, maybe mom isn't there, or all the stuff, right? Bro, this is something that I still deal with today.
Okay.
Right? I don't know if you do this or not. I hope so.
Yeah.
I believe you do, right?
Yeah.
So there's this thing, bro, of like you're a husband, you're a father, right? You work, you gotta deal with finance, you gotta do all the stuff as a parent. You're a parent, but there are all these other roles that you play.
Yeah.
And sometimes it feels like if I can't be there for that important moment, like I'm really not able to be there, you feel like you're letting somebody down.
Yeah.
And you talking about like give ourselves grace for that, or like that's something that I think a lot of men battle with. Like, man, I want to provide, but for me to go to work, I may have to miss this.
Yeah.
If I show up for this, I'm gonna miss out on work and the money.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you always are feeling like if I pick this up, I'm dropping this.
Yeah.
If I drop this, I pick this up. Bro, one of the things that's kind of helped me with that, and I don't know how, and I would love to hear you share any thoughts around this, is like I realized that as a man, that every time I make a decision, yes to this, something's gonna kind of do that a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? And
100%.
so my responsibility is to make sure that the same thing isn't doing that every time.
Every time. Now that's important. That's the balance of it, though.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because if one thing is always, the money, this is the most important thing, then the relationship piece in my, over here on the right side is going to be lacking constantly.
Agreed.
And you don't want that, because that could create that tension in a relationship or whatever, right? Could it be like,
Sure.
where you're always prioritizing, getting to the bag, getting to the money over the relationship piece.
Yeah,
and I feel
man.
like it has to be some type of relationship, because you got to provide, you got to put food on the table. The baby needs, diapers, whatever, formula, what have you. So, I mean, you got to get to the money, but you also got to balance it out and make sure you prioritize the relationship piece of it too. Because, as you know, they grow fast, bro.
They do.
Like, they don't stay in that baby, newborn phase for long. They're
Facts.
there and they're walking and running to toddler stage.
Facts, man.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
But going back, I can remember, man, when my son was born, I wanted to be there. That was important to me.
too.
Like, I wanted to not only be there, but like I wanted to be in the room.
Me too.
Yeah. And I remember the nurse telling me, she was like, well, if you want to step out, you can. Blah, blah, blah. It's going to be, it's going to be a lot of like blood, and it's going to be a lot of whatever, right? So if you get like woozy or whatever, like you can step out. A lot of dads do, step out, because it's time. It's action time. It's about to happen.
Facts.
When they tell you it's go time, like it's go time. So,
Yeah.
But for me, I was like, no way. Like, there is no way I'm not going to be in here, bro.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if I am going to be, a little woozy or whatever.
Right.
Like, I don't know what I'm about to see, right? But I know I wanted to be there.
Absolutely.
There's no way I'm missing it, man. So
Absolutely.
I was there, right there with her the whole entire time, just experiencing that with her, helping. Just I say helping her, coaching her through it. She probably was like,
You,
"Shut up,
yeah.
you did this to me, guy."
Right.
You know, so I don't know, but I thought I was helping, you know,
Yeah.
but I was there though. You know, I was
Absolutely.
present, and just being able to be there and like, you know, see the birth and see my son, you know, it was interesting. I got the chance to like see the crowning and see his hair. That was the
Absolutely.
first thing I saw, and the nurse was kind of walking me through that. She was like, "Hey, Dad, this is his hair right here,"
Yeah,
and I'm sitting there like tearing up, bro, like
It's different.
getting super emotional. Like this is my baby.
different.
And then when he got here doing all the crying and all that, I just couldn't wait to touch him and hold him, man. And it was just that day was crazy, man. Yeah,
Bro.
it was. I was interesting for sure.
I'm gonna take us there.
Yep.
Right. You go from that moment.
Yep.
He's home. He's crying. He's all the stuff you want to touch him. All the stuff. Right. We had that phase. Then, bro, some things were said on the previous episode
Yep.
right here that we
Yep.
got to deal with. Right.
100%.
Because you go from that stage, you're like, oh man, it's like they can do no wrong. They just right, man, to hold you. They're
Yeah.
crying. Then they're growing, and you got to start figuring out
Yeah.
like the discipline, please,
Yeah.
to help this child become like in your case like this eventually this young man. But there are some stages in there
Yeah.
as it pertains to how you parent, how you discipline, how you so we have to dig into this before you were sharing, because obviously you love your child.
100%.
Your child may not always understand why you're disciplining them, but you love your child and you're guiding them,
Yeah.
which does take discipline correction, right?
It does.
For the people who have questions, they may not have seen the last episode.
Yeah.
Go back and watch that, by the way, if you missed that.
Go check
right?
it out, man.
But
It's
like
necessary.
how go deeper to that, man. Like how we talked about last time with discipline, and kind of expound on a little bit around like how that's handled.
Yeah, for sure, man. So with discipline, the way it's handled in our particular household, and this just works for us.
That's good. That's good.
You know what I mean? I gotta give that disclaimer. Everybody has to kind of find like
Bro.
what works for them. But if you have something that's not working, maybe this is something that can help, right?
For sure.
But for us, we don't do spankings or whoopings, whatever, beatings, whatever. We don't do the physical.
Yeah.
You know, that's just something that we don't do in our household, right? So with that, I know there may be some comments or some questions like, oh, well, he doesn't. So what does he do? Does he just let him free, like just run amok, like do whatever? Like, no, we don't, right?
Yeah.
So we try to always think about what's going to happen like in the real world once they get out from under our wings. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going to happen when they step out. So we can have like conversations, right? If you do something that we don't like, let's have a conversation about it. Because I want to understand, for one, your thought process and like why you made this decision, right? Why did you do what you did, right? And I want to understand and know that, because even though you're 6, 7, 8, you be like, oh, they're just kids. Oh, you need to just, they don't know no better. Well, maybe they do know a little something, and maybe we should give them an opportunity to explain why they feel the emotion that they felt to do the thing that they did, right? So for us, it's that conversation piece initially, right? Like, talk to me, tell me what you're thinking, let me in, right? So we can talk, we can kind of share that piece, and then from there, it's like, all right, well, dang, they did it again, or you know, whatever. And that's one thing about parenthood, is, you know, you got to keep reiterating the same things and saying and doing, you know what I mean? You got to stay on top of, you know, you're gonna keep repeating yourself. So you gotta be patient with yourself, and know that once you say something or have a conversation one time, does not mean that you won't have that conversation again or you won't deal with that thing again, right? They're kids. They're going to need that repetition, just like we did, you know, growing up, right? We got whoopings for the same things. Yeah. Like, why do you keep getting a whooping for the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a kid. It's going to happen. But for us, we just take the whooping piece out of it, and we just want to have those conversations. And then if it's not, so all right, now we got to start. There's consequences. That's our thing in our house. There's going to be consequences.
You just said something. So okay, because the mind of the person. If I was sitting on the other side of the screen, like, wait a minute, what happens when I said it 10 times? And this child is not getting it.
They're not getting it.
What happens?
The conversations.
Right. They're not hearing
our conversation. And dog, like, what are we doing? Like, so from here, it's consequences, man. Like, they're going to be consequences for your actions, right? So let's just say it's a first offense, right? You know, you go into the courtroom, you got a first offense. It's probably not going to be, hey, let's just throw the book at this individual, right?
Right.
There's going to be stages to it, right? So it's like, all right, first offense. Now we gotta what is important to this particular child? What are they into? It might be a iPad or a gaming system or whatever. All right, bet I'm taking that gaming system and I'm gonna at least have it for a day, right? So that's gonna be mine for a day. This, and I'm gonna explain that to them. This is why you got your gaming console taken from you, whatever. And then because of XYZ that you did, right? And here's what we're going to do. We're going to take it. You're not going to have it for the rest of the day. And do you understand that? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I understand. Okay, bet. Next day, they get their gaming console back, right? Week later, whatever, do something else. I just told you, you got your gaming console taken. So now I may have it for a couple days. You know what I'm saying? But we tailor it, and it's not one set thing, but we make sure we explain it to them, right? And even when they don't have that, even when they don't have that thing, we're talking to them. Hey, I know you want your gaming console back, and I want to give it back to you. I want to let you know that. I'm not taking it away because I want to be a mean dad, a mean parent.
Right.
I want you to understand. So this thing, I want to get your attention. Me taking this away from you is me getting your attention. Like, hey, you cannot mess this up, right? And then once I feel like you have an understanding of it, here's your controller back. Here's whatever back. You know what I mean? And then we walk it through. So you know, what we don't want to do is they mess up and we just take it from them and don't really give them an explanation of why. We don't tell them how long. And it's just like they're just sitting there like, dang, when am I going to get my stuff back? Like, I don't know when. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it, right? I want you to feel the responsibility of, dang, I messed this up. You got to own it. Yeah. Right. So there has to be an ownership piece of it. And that's what we're trying to get them to really understand is like, you got to have ownership of what you did and understand that there's consequences that come with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but it works because we're able to have dialogue and we're able to have conversations. And they're like, you know what? I see that mom, dad, I see y'all were disappointed in whatever. So now I want to do better because I don't want to disappoint you guys. And I want my stuff back too. Right. That's important to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Versus like that temporary feeling that whooping, and it's kind of like temporary. Like obviously it's painful, right? But it's also temporary. And then did they learn anything in that? And that's the other piece of it. Sometimes we just kind of, in my mind, and my thought process is we whip out of anger because we're upset. We don't know how to really deal with it. So that's just the default. Right, but we never talk to them and then teach them why they got that. You know, it was just no, don't do this thing. Well, why? Because in the why, we could learn something from that and be like, you know what? Why can't he? You know, whatever. I don't know off the top of my head, but why can't he? Why can't he eat this food in his room? Or why can't he drink this? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It might be something that it's like, oh, well, this is just a rule in this house.
But why?
But why can't he?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it challenges us as parents. Like, dang, why can't? We just said he can't, but why? If they've shown that they have the now you gotta know your kids.
That part is really important
because not all of them can handle being able to maybe in this particular example eat in the room.
That's right.
Or whatever, because they like food be everywhere if you let that happen, right? But
Yeah.
you have other kids that are like they don't make a mess. There's no crumbs anywhere. Like why can't they go in their room and watch TV and eat dinner or eat a meal? You know what I'm saying? Like, so we got to figure out why we have those. And they ask those questions, and they feel free to ask those questions in our household, and we can have those conversations and maybe adjust some things.
Bro, what I hear you sharing, I think this is so strong, bro. Regarding like, basically, you all have set a culture for your household.
Yeah.
Every household has a different culture to it to get to. You can get to the same landing place, but the means by how you get there, it may look different. I think the way you are approaching this, it really communicates that, hey, this is a way that we decided to handle this, right? And I think there are people who are listening who may not want to face some things in their own selves when it comes to parenting that we said, like, but why? Like that really makes the adult process, wait a minute, am I only doing this because this was done to me and I'm just repeating what was done and I'm just carrying it, and then what happens is your children end up repeating what was done to them, and then this ongoing thing continues just to happen over and over. So I think it's good for the parent to be mindful and processing, because remember, I think sometimes, bro, we forget the parent's never been a parent before.
Right.
So
we haven't.
they never been a child. You've never been a parent. You gotta, like, you're really growing together in many ways, man. Like, cause like for us, it was a, bro, there was some whoopings early on, bro.
Yeah.
Like there was some whoopings. Like for our children, bro, there was some whoopings, bro.
Yeah,
like
100%.
My thought process was, hey, you spare the rod, spoil the child. Like you gotta teach. You gotta, like, it was some things I had to really study, look at, and grow in to then say, wait a minute, but as you said, but why is this happening?
Yeah.
Because each child is so different. There are some, bro, one of my kids, and one day we're gonna do a major family episode on some different stuff. Like, I can just look at one of my kids and, bro, I don't have to touch them at all.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's correct. You got it.
Yeah.
Right? A different child I can look at and they're gonna look right back at me.
Yes, sir.
What do you need? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, it's that dynamic, man.
Yeah.
You really have to know what you're dealing with, because them individual personalities are a real thing, man.
It's so real, man. And my mind is over here, bro. I'm going in so many different like directions, like as you're talking right now, and I'm trying to like figure out like what I want to touch on, like next, bro. But it's like the each individual child is different, and that's the other piece of it, right? So you can't just treat child one like I got three, you got three, so you can't just treat child one like child two or child three or whatever, right?
Absolutely.
We have to understand who our children are, like you just mentioned, and know that, all right, this one I may have to grab something a little bit longer from, because they don't necessarily feel it, right? Like, I take this thing and they go find something else and then they're good. I'm like, okay, well, dang, all right, well, I got this device from them, but they figured out something else to like entertain themselves and like they're good. All right, now I got to figure out something different, right? But you know, so we got to tailor it, bro, and make sure. But one thing we don't want to do, as far as like, you know, I feel like sometimes and this is kind of why we got away from it, like the whippings, it was we were upset, we were angry, because early on we gave them whippings when they were younger, right? So let me go back and say that it was just something that we decided to change right around like the kind of getting out of the toddler phases for them, because I didn't like how I was in those moments, like right, I didn't want to strike fear into my child. I didn't want my child to fear me. And I felt like it was one particular instance with my oldest, right, where I the look in his eyes when it came time.
Before you go further,
Bro.
hold that thought right there.
Yes, sir.